Stephen, the Russo-British Chamber of Commerce has got a 95-year history, goes back to 1916, and since then you've been helping British and Russian businesses do business with each other. Can I ask you, Stephen, what the RBCC can offer a typical British businessman or a British company that is seeking to make their first, possibly tentative steps into what could be the terrifying prospect of the Wild East?
Well, John, if I can start with the terrifying prospect of the Wild East, I'll start with that simply because that's what it's not now. I think it's fair to say the 1990s were a time when it was the Wild East. It was just after the breakup of the Soviet Union. There was the currency collapse on more than one occasion. They were tough times, and unfortunately in tough times there's always those who are going to make a killing out of it. So some people became very, very rich while others became very poor. And if you were a foreign business, you took your chances with everyone else. Whiz forward from 1991 and the collapse of the Soviet Union to 2011, to 20 years, and it is a completely different landscape. And unfortunately, this is often not understood. It is now a place where you can do very good business. In other words, you make very good profits, you work with very good people, and the whole climate has changed. A lot of our companies say, and one of the things we can say to them is, if you go to Russia and you find the right person to work with, you need to have a Russian, someone who knows the place. You don't even need necessarily to speak Russian, although it helps. But if you've got the right person on the ground, then you're already halfway to doing good business. Now that takes time, and I think this is one of the crucial things that people have to be aware of. You can't jump on a plane, or should we say get your visa, jump on a plane, go and sign a deal and think, that's it, I'm doing business in Russia. No, it takes a number of visits, it takes time building up a relationship. One of the things which may sound odd to some people in business, but actually the people who do it find very exciting, is it's personal. You will succeed in business in Russia if you meet the right person and you establish trust between them, because one thing Russians are is terribly, terribly loyal. As friends, I mean, I have many Russian friends, I've been going there for many years, so I've found that myself on many occasions. You get to a point where they really trust you and you trust them, and actually it works in business too. So you need to spend time to build up that personal relationship, as well as doing the business, as well as obviously having a proper business plan, knowing what you're doing and finding the right people. And once you've started that and you've persisted, it takes a lot of patience as well. They can be very bureaucratic, the Russians. It can be very frustrating at times. But if you really want to do business there, persevere. I don't know one British company which has taken that route, which has been patient, persevered, that isn't actually not only doing very good business, but thoroughly enjoying it too.